Hey guys, what's going on? It's Mystery, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my best class setups and an overpowered gun, a really overpowered gun, probably the most overpowered gun in the game in assault rifles. Really quickly, this is just my personal preference. This is like what I think is good and what's been working good for me and what I'm really comfortable with. So please take that into consideration that these ones they might not work the best for you, but we're just going to start this off with the AK-12. This thing is it's just an all-purpose, really amazing gun to use for short to medium range. When you get those long shots, you can definitely pick people off from pretty long, but just don't try to spam the trigger. Just tap the trigger every now and then, and you'll be a little bit more accurate. Now, I have the silencer, so that's definitely going to hinder my long shots, but if you don't have a silencer, if you have something like a red dot, or if you think you're going to be doing a lot of camping and a lot of long lines of sight, then just put on an ACOG or something like that. But this is a really good gun to use. It doesn't really matter what your perks and your strike package, all this stuff doesn't really matter. It's all personal preference, but the guns to use, the AK-12, if you haven't used that yet, definitely give that a try. Now this is the most overpowered gun that I have found, the MSBS. And I like to run the exact same perks, lethal, tactical, and attachments on pretty much all my classes. The only different thing is maybe like the strike package and maybe even some of the perks. But there's two things I got to tell you guys about perks. Now, if you're a player that uses the headset and you are really you require sound, now you're going to want to use this one right here, sit rep, or I know, dead silence and amplify. Those two, you're going to have to use them so you don't get sound hoard, and so you can sound hoard other people. Now, if you have amplify, you can still be heard. You can still hear people that have dead silence. I don't know if that's balanced. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. But if you don't require anything, any sort of like headset or speaker, anything like that, any advantage, then you just want to get the perks that I have right now. See, I don't really even use a headset. My game really isn't required on that. I mean, every now and then I do like to use it, but right now I don't even have those unlocked. So this is mainly for like the starter. If you're just starting off, this is a really good setup for you. Now, I took out my secondary because I just wanted more perks. And I have Ready Up, Sleight of Hand, Marathon, On the Go, Resilience, and Fully Loaded. So these are pretty much like the best perks you can get for starters. Now Lethal, like I said again, it's all personal preference. I just stuck with the frag grenade and the concussion. I think that's default. But that's pretty much it. These two are my go-to classes. Now I've also been using this. This is the one they give you, the SA 805. Now I think it's like a toss-up between the SA and the SC 2010. In my own personal preference, I think that these two do sort of like the same damage, sort of like the same gun. The AK-12, we talked about that. That one's a really good gun. The FAD, don't really like this. I mean, I use this in Safeguard and other in single player stuff like that. I didn't really like it. But the MSBS is the pretty much like the M16 from Call of Duty 4. It's like one shot, like close range, medium range, one shot kill. Long range, it might take one or two. The Honey Badger, this comes equipped with a silencer. It's a pretty good one. I don't have a class for it yet. I've just been too busy using the AK-12 and MSBC. But the Honey Badger is also a really good one to use. I haven't really used this one right here, the ARX 160, but I haven't heard a lot of good things about it. Now that's pretty much it for assault rifles. This is mainly an assault rifle game. The maps are giant, they're huge maps, and you want to pick people off from all sorts of distance. So if you want to snipe, you can definitely snipe. There's quick scoping is in the game. It's you can definitely pull it off, and sniping is pretty easy as well. I don't really snipe, so I don't have any of these extra classes unlocked. This costs a lot of points, so I was like, you know what, screw it. I don't even Like if I really want to use a class, I'll just switch it up. Now, as I unlock more stuff, I'm going to have some stealth classes, and I'm going to make a video for that, the best stealth classes and the best perks and weapon attachments for that. But my favorite attachments are obviously, red dot and silencer. I just don't like to be on the radar, so I just use that for now. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to keep you guys up to date on any new tips, some more extinction stuff, and more multiplayer as the days go by and we figure more stuff about this game. Now, yesterday I didn't want to post anything because, a lot of people were posting and I didn't want my video to sort of get lost in all those in your feed. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, for today. I'm going to have like one video a day pretty much for Call of Duty Ghosts. Hope you guys enjoy that. And I also linked my channel with, I linked it with Google+. So what that means is that it automatically created this like Google page for me, and it made this like top YouTube fans. It automatically did this stuff, which is pretty cool, and it invited everybody that's a top fan. So I don't even know how, like I think it's in terms of like the interaction and stuff. So it automatically invited you. If you got an invite on Google+, or if you don't have a Google+ account, just make one. And let me know on Twitter or something like that. I'll definitely give you an invite. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Just wanted to update you guys with that. And yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did. And let me know if I missed any classes, or like if there's a really good class in here that that's working really good for you. Let me know because I want to use it. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later. Peace.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Equalize Espresso, and welcome to a brand new series called Beast Classes. It's going to showcase classes that I think are very good, in my opinion at least. They may not be good to yours, but you can try them out and see what you guys think of them. But today we're going to be talking about the Vector. I built a class around the Vector. It's one that I use since almost the release date. I've tweaked it a little bit here and there, but this is what I use primarily now, and it is one of my favorite classes on the game. If any of you guys remember any of my gameplay from Black Ops 2 or Modern Warfare 3, I liked going in towards the game more with an SMG type feel, where I would be able to rush through the buildings and areas and get kills, but get in and out as quick as possible. So I'd run an SMG, be able to do that quickly and efficiently. So this class is actually probably one of the perfect carryovers from Black Ops 2 in my opinion when I do that. If I remember correctly, this was actually the first gun that I started using in Ghost. This was like literally the first class that I set up. Not exactly how it is now, but I started using the Vector, and it was one of the ones that actually like propelled me into like, hey, let's use this some more. I started experimenting around with some other weapons, but the Vector has still primarily been that gun for me. And what you're going to see on screen now is actually the setup itself, and I'm going to talk a little bit about it. The class itself, well, it's a Vector obviously, but I equip it with a red dot sight and foregrip. Red dots have always been my type of thing. I really like them because it's just more accurate. You can see exactly where you're aiming. Iron sights haven't really ever done too much for me. There's some guns that I could use it, like the AN-94 in Black Ops 2. I could get used to that. There's some other guns, but other than that, red dot sight has always been one of my main attachments that I use. Foregrip I use just because it can get a little wild if you're playing, like, say, Cranked or something, and the recoil will shoot you all around the place. It'll just give you more steady of an aim, and that's something that you're really going to need to do if you want to be in close quarters. But also, you can try and take out some enemies long range if you have foregrip. My secondary is just the PDW. I use this simply because I'm not a huge fan of single-shot weapons, and even if it's a pistol, it still doesn't do much for me. I know I can get kills off it. Like, I'm not saying, like, I'm a bad player and I can't get kills, but I just feel more secure with a 3-burst weapon, and the PDW has that nice range of damage as well as versatility. I'm one of those people that do not run a lethal or tactical on some classes, and this happens to be one of them, because this one I focus mainly on close quarter situations, all up in your face gunfights, one-on-one, and if that's the case, I'm not going to be able to have time to throw a tactical or lethal. As well, it also gives me more space in my perks to go and use. Now, as for the perks, these are some of my favorites to use, and this is one of my favorite classes because of the setup with the perk system. I have Sleight of Hand, which gives you faster reloading, Dead Silence, which lets you move silently, Scavenger, which lets you resupply ammo, Wiretap, which is one of my favorite perks, to be honest with you. It lets you utilize friendly and enemy SATCOMs. I'm going to do more of an in-depth with that perk, as well as some other ones in a later series, but it is great. It is honestly one of the best perks in the game. I always have a sweeping UAV pretty much, and then I have resilience, which adds no fall damage. Now granted, there are some other great perks that I could use with that setup, but these ones are tailored specifically to what I'm trying to do with this class. The close quarters gunfights, the in-your-face rushing one-on-one style. That's the kind of stuff I'm looking for with this class, and all of these components go in and help to contribute to that, what I'm trying to get, the one-on-one gunfights, the absolute in-your-face domination of a gun. Now finally, let's round it out with the score streaks. I use support score streaks on this simply because if I'm in those situations, I'm going to die a lot. It's inevitable. There's nothing that you can do about that. This game, it's too balanced in the way of one side dying and then the other side dying. You're never really going to get favored because of, say, advantages in a host or something similar, so I'm going to die. So I run support simply because I can work towards these streaks and not have to restart every time I die. So my streaks are Satcom, Ammo Crate, and then Oracle. Oracle is honestly one of my favorite score streaks in this game. It allows you to have a sweeping, almost UAV effect, but it's even better because you can see through walls, you can see where everybody is at on the map, and it runs for about 10 seconds, it sweeps through, and it lasts, I think, about 60 seconds, I want to say. Maybe a little longer, but about every 10 seconds, it'll do a little sweep, and you'll see where everybody is on the map, and it gives you a great field of view on what you're going to look for. So that's the class, and I'm actually curious to see what you guys have to say about this. If you want to try it out, by all means, go ahead and let me know what you guys think of it. It worked for me, but then again, it may not work for you, and who knows, maybe you may hate this class. Maybe you may not find this to work at all, but I think that it will work for you, and if not, well, then stay tuned for another episode of Beast Classes, because that's what this is all about, showcasing some guns and classes that I think can help you guys. If they don't, well, I'm sorry, I didn't really do my job well enough, but that's this class, the Vector. We're going to move on to another gun next episode, and that's really it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you could leave a like down below, that would be awesome. Any shares to your Facebook, Twitter, and or MySpace if you're OG like that are greatly appreciated. Be sure to subscribe for the best of Call of Duty Ghost content. I got a ton of stuff still coming. I say that all the time, but it's so true. I have a ton of stuff to bring you guys, and that's really it. Thank you guys so much. I really hope you did enjoy this. My name has been Equal Espresso. Take care, and peace.